It's August 2014 in the northern Iraqi town of Sinjar. The police have fled, the army had crumbled, ISIS is rampaging and rolls into Sinjar that summer. The international community is asleep and the Yazidis are defenseless. ISIS then perpetrates the unthinkable. Men and boys are slaughtered while women and girls are enslaved and raped. Why? Because they believed in something different. On that day, a genocide began to happen on our watch. On this somber occasion, it's my great honor to again speak at a commemoration of the Yazidi genocide. My name is Knox Thames, and I'm a former State Department official. I wanted to give a few personal reflections on why remembrance is important, but also why remembrance alone is not enough. As we know, August 2nd is the day that the Yazidi community marks as the start of their genocide. Many are pausing to remember what happened just 6 years ago and to recommit to never again. But much like faith without works is dead, remembrance without action shows our weighty statements to be nothing more than arid euphemisms. The Yazidi community is clear on their needs. They want peace. They want to return to their homes in safety and dignity, and they need our help. Unfortunately, thousands of Yazidis still live in internally displaced person camps around northern Iraq. Despite the global recognition of ISIS atrocities against them, efforts have failed to see Yazidis return in large numbers. I'm told areas south of Mount Sinjar are fairly safe, but northern Sinjar remains unstable, in desperate need of resolving the disputes over those contested areas. And many Yazidis will not be ready to leave the relative security of the camps while there's a fear of ISIS reemerging or Turkish airstrikes. And we know what Yazidis want so terribly is accountability and reunification of their families. Justice and peace literally go hand in hand. Bringing to justice those who committed these evil acts would dissuade future perpetrators while also breaking the cycle of violence by demonstrating justice can work. The prosecution of an Iraqi man in Germany for what observers consider to be the first trial for a genocide against Yazidis is one such step in the right direction. But more needs to be done in Iraq to see an effective and durable peace. And too many women and children are still missing. There are occasional good news stories of survivors finding their way home from Syria, but they are increasingly few and far between. Time is running out to rescue the women and children. It's important to note that the grim reality facing Yazidis is also shared by other religious minorities in Iraq. New reports out about the challenges confronting Christians from Aid to the Church in Need, or a new report by the U.S. Institute of Peace about the Kakai paint a daunting picture. But we know that efforts assisting one community, when in concert with efforts to help others, can revitalize religious life in northern Iraq. So while the situation for religious minorities in Iraq is dire, there is still hope for renewal. Since 2014, I've come to know the Yazidi people and consider many my friends. I've been so impressed by their kind spirit, their steadfastness in the face of impunity, and their commitment to maintaining their way of life and beliefs. And Yazidis are brave. Just look at the courage of Nani Murad and others who have told their story to the world, and the doggedness of groups like Yazda. I saw this courage firsthand in September 2017 when I visited northern Iraq as a State Department official. I had the honor of cutting the ribbon on a reconstructed Yazidi temple in Koshaba. The temple had been rebuilt by the community themselves without any international support. It was a significant event, a joyful event, with older men and women, youth and young children crowding around to happily mark the revival of Yazidi life in this small town. So despite the uncertainty and loss, they celebrated. The Yazidis were not going to disappear. It was a powerful symbol that the Yazidis would not be exterminated, that the genocide had failed, that ISIS had lost. But the fight to preserve and protect Iraq's religious diversity is far from over. Threats still loom, either from terrorism or the slow disintegration of their community. Yazidis practice a unique faith, thousands of years old, and are part of the intricate and delicate tapestry of religious life in Iraq. Their safe return to Sinjar would ensure that their ancient culture is not lost from their ancestral homeland. Yazidis have survived for thousands of years, and I'm certain they will continue to live out their faith and customs, but they need our help. I'm committed to do what I can to help ensure that they will continue to thrive, and I hope we can all work together towards that future. Thank you very much.